Yo, what up, boys? I just wrapped up some meetings and I wanted to jump on the YouTube channel and give you guys some value around what I believe to be the proven path to making 5 to 10K per month if you're a student. Now, maybe you've seen videos like this before, maybe you haven't, but why should you listen to me in the first place? Well, I was just like you a couple years ago. This is me literally sitting inside of my college dorm. I was a freshman in college at this point, just at some local school in Wisconsin, and I was majoring in mechanical engineering. And this is me as well working as a lifeguard, making $12 an hour. I was also doing this part-time while doing that. Sitting in my college dorm, literally look like a fucking prison cell if you actually look at this. Working as a lifeguard. And I even started looking into making money online, and I saw all these dickheads on social media just like flexing their cars, their watches, their lifestyle, and it really pissed me off. So I started looking into it. And let's just say I failed with some stuff before actually finding my breakthrough. And then things changed and things started actually clicking for me and going well. And that's obviously what I'm going to share with you in this video. But I hit 5K per month while still in college. A lot of people like drop out of college and go all in and then find their success. I was still working as a lifeguard, still in college, and I hit 5K per month. And after actually finding that proof of concept and giving myself the internal belief I needed to be like, okay, this making money stuff is making money online is actually like real and legit. After I hit 5K per month, I was like, oh shit, let me drop out of school. Let me go all in. And that's exactly what I did. And now I'm just like those other dickheads that you see on social media. No, I'm kidding. But most of my days are me just like working by the pool or going out and doing dope shit like scuba diving or traveling or whatever it is at this point. So anyways, this video is perfect for you if you're a young man and you're either working a 9-to-5 job right now, maybe you're in like a trade or something, or you're stuck in college, and maybe you're working as well in college, but you're looking for a proven way where you can start actually making money online. You understand that we're in a whole different world than the traditional path that we had to go through like hundreds of years ago, and you understand that online income is where it's at and you want to get rich through it in the long term, but like at the beginning, you just want to make your first 3 to 10K per month. You have the ambition, you have the desire to be the best possible version of yourself in every single area of your life. You don't want to be some like fat 60-year-old who's making like $1 million a year, but he's fat and 60 and he can barely walk and he has messed up morals and all this stuff. Like you want to win in all areas of your life. And you're tired of opening your phone on Instagram, TikTok, and just constantly being flexed on by people younger than you, less capable than you, showing off their Miami penthouse or their Dubai lifestyle or whatever it is. And maybe you've even looked into making money online and you're just frustrated jumping from business model to business model without actually having confidence and clarity on how to actually get started and start making money. If that's you, this is going to be perfect for you because here's what I'm going to give you in this video. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, just letting you know right now. And there's not going to be any fucking edits or all that garbage where they're just trying to like retain your attention long enough so that you don't click off the video. I don't do any of that garbage on this channel because I know for me, that's the shit that I used to watch and it never actually helped me. In this video, what I'm actually going to do though is I'm going to give you total clarity on exactly what you need to do to get started to go from complete zero to making 3 to 10K per month online in the next couple months if you put in the work. Now, this is going to take work. If you're not ready for that, get off this channel now. In fact, if you're not ready to put in the work, what you probably should do is you should go on YouTube right now and look up the best way to make money online and like say like the super easy way or something like that. And just follow all those and like do all those, do it for the next couple months and you'll see why you need to do the work because none of that shit actually works. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shatter your current beliefs that are holding you back from making money. And I'm going to give you the aligned beliefs that you need in order to succeed. And then after that, I'm going to give you a step-by-step roadmap that you can actually implement and follow over the next 90 days to the next year to start making anywhere from 3 to 10K per month online in addition to what you're doing in school. Now, whether you want to drop out and go all in or not, that's totally your decision and that's up to you. I know I did after I hit 5K per month. Some people do it before they start making money. Some people do it when, they really make money. So first things first, you need to identify your main goal. Your goal is to make money online. You want to achieve time, location, and financial freedom. You want to take care of your family, travel, live on your own terms. For me, when I was first getting started, this is exactly what I was looking to do. It had nothing to do with making a specific amount. It had nothing to do with even getting rich. I just wanted the ability to do whatever the fuck I wanted, when I wanted, where I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's probably what you want as well. You don't want to spend the rest of your life in an average 9 to 5 job. I get it. Like when I was sitting in college, that's one of the main things that motivated me to show up every single day is like, I don't want to sit in some boring ass cubicle wearing a suit and tie, showing up to work at the same time every day when I'm tired and like trying to be friendly with all these coworkers around me that I don't give two shits about. The problem is though, is up until now, you haven't found something that has actually clicked for you or that you have actually gotten the confidence you need to go all in on that thing. And chances are you've already tried or maybe even come across a couple of the business models that are on the screen right now, and they haven't worked for you. And it's not even your fault. And I'll tell you why in a second. Now you need to understand the core problem. Because why aren't you making 3, 5, 10K per month online yet? Well, despite what all of the online gurus on the space would tell you, I'm going to tell you something a little different. The real reason you aren't making 3, 5, 10K plus per month online yet, it's not because you didn't find the latest business model at the right time. It's not because all online business are saturated and impossible to succeed with. It's not that you didn't strike like the latest meme coin and get rich with. In fact, it's not even about the business model you're in. In fact, it's much simpler than that. The reason most beginners fail with making money online is because they don't understand these 4 key concepts that I'm about to share with you in this video. They don't understand what money even is and how it's even generated in the world. They don't understand what the best business model is for a complete beginner. They don't understand how to set realistic expectations, because if you think you're going to make 10K per month in the next 30 days, this video is not for you. You have to set realistic expectations, and then they don't understand the rule of 3. Once you understand these things, now you will be able to escape the shiny object loop where you continue jumping from business model to business model. You're going to be able to escape that, go all in on one thing, and actually find the success that you need. But you'll also have a clear roadmap on how to guarantee your success with making money online, both now and in the future. So let's get straight to it. What even is money and how is it generated? Now, this might be a little boring, but this is what you need to understand. And most people don't understand this fundamentally, and it's why they never find success. Money is simply just stored value. You know, way back in the day, you had a person that has a problem. I'm starving. I need food. And he has money. And then you have somebody that has a solution. He has fish, but he wants money. And so the person trades the fish for the money. Now this person has money and he can go and trade that money for whatever he wants. He doesn't have to trade an item back to this person for that fish. Like this person could have given him a fish and then he could have given him like a bow and arrow or some shit. Now, in today's world, this person gives him money. Now he has money, he has stored value, and he can do what he wants when he wants with that money. And so your goal is to make more stored value. How do you actually make stored value though, based on this analogy? Well, it's solving a problem. It's solving a problem in the marketplace, a problem that's causing somebody pain. This person is starving, he's hungry. And the solution means you solve the problem, it means the pain is alleviated, and it means value is created. And therefore you make money. And this is how you actually make money. And so what happens with a 9-to-5 job is you have a business owner. I am busy, and he has a ton of money. And then you have you who is going in, working that job, spending your time to make money. This is what just a regular 9-to-5 job is. And even just another example of this, you have same with like the online businesses. For example, Iman Gadzhi. Maybe you've seen him, maybe you don't, but he's like one of the biggest like gurus online. But you have a market of young guys that are like, I'm broke, I want to make money online. And then they pay money to this guy and he teaches them with Agency Navigator to start your own SMMA. So what does this actually mean and how is this relevant to you? Well, the amount of money you make is directly correlated to the amount of value and the amount of pain that you solve inside of the marketplace. If you want to make 10K per month, you have to give 10K per month worth of value to the marketplace. And if you don't know how to do this, I'll show you, don't worry. But most people think that there's just like some secret button or they can just do this one simple side hustle or this one simple business model to make all this money. No. 10K per month, 5K per month, whatever your goal is, it comes from you being the person that can provide an equal amount of that value to the marketplace. And this is why all these online gurus make so much money, because they actually solve big problems and created value for thousands of people. But here's the catch. In order to solve problems and provide value to people, you actually need skills. You actually need to be good at something so that you can provide value. Like here, the fisherman was actually good. He had a skill of catching fish. And therefore, he was able to provide value, solve a problem, and make money. Same thing that needs to happen for you. To solve problems, you can start your own online business, like launching a agency, becoming a growth operator, building a dropshipping store. If you have tons of high income skill sets, if you have $10,000 in startup costs, if you have previous experience, but most of you guys don't have that. As a complete beginner, aiming to make your first 3 to 10K per month online, the most strategic move is to find the simplest way to deliver 3 to 10K per month worth of value to the marketplace. And I'm going to show you how in a second. In order to pick the right business model and the right vehicle as a beginner, we need the following criteria in place to make a good business model in the first place. So, what do we actually need in place for you to start becoming the person that can provide 3 to 10K per month worth of value to the marketplace? Well, you need something that's not complex. You need something that has a pretty low barrier to entry, and you need something that is actually in demand, meaning people are going to come to you, and if you invest in this thing or you build your skill set around this thing or this business model, you're going to be in constant demand. If you can have all of this, you have the best way for a beginner to start actually providing value to the marketplace and making money online. Now, dropshipping is like an immediate no-go. Maybe you've tried dropshipping before. Maybe you're even doing dropshipping right now. I don't know. If you're doing dropshipping right now, you're lucky I'm in a good mood today. Otherwise, I would probably reach through the screen and strangle you. But it's fine. But the problem with dropshipping is like it's super complex for a complete beginner. It's saturated and not in demand. Nobody wants to buy cheap shit from China. And the barrier to entry is super high. You need to create a product or you need to find a winning product, which is very hard to do. Then you have a business model like SMMA. Maybe you've heard of social media marketing agency. Very complex as well. There's like 3 or 4 different things that you need to be really, really good at to even hit 10K per month in SMMA. It's pretty saturated, but it's not as bad as dropshipping. And the barrier to entry is actually a little lower than dropshipping because usually you don't have to spend a lot of money up front, but it's still relatively high. And then we have a business model like copywriting, which I actually think is one of the better ones. Complexity is medium or low. The market state, it's fairly saturated. It's a little more saturated than what I'm about to share with you because all of these guys are trying to sell themselves as copywriters, but nobody actually is looking to hire copywriters, at least from what I've seen. And the barrier to entry is low. But what I'm about to share with you right now is very low complexity, meaning a beginner can learn it and pick it up and get good at it very, very quickly. It's not too saturated. It's super in demand. And the barrier to entry is low, meaning you don't have to spend a ton of money to do it. The best beginner-friendly business model is doing info product sales, also known as high ticket sales. The reason this is the best beginner-friendly business model isn't because it's like none of these other business models can't work. They can. I still see people making money with dropshipping in 2025. The reason it's the best is because it gives a beginner the easiest way to go and start providing 3 to 10K per month worth of value to the marketplace, therefore making you 3 to 10K per month. And this is kind of like sales is like an umbrella term. Basically, it divides into 2 parts. High ticket appointment setting is what a beginner does. High ticket closing is what somebody a little bit more advanced does. And to prove it to you, let's bring it back to our initial criteria. Very low level of complexity. You don't need to worry about marketing, building systems, operations, creating content. All you need to do is focus on learning a basic skill, which is the skill of sales. If you're a complete beginner, it's the skill of appointment setting. If you're a little bit more advanced, it's the skill of closing. So has a low barrier to entry as well. You don't need a ton of startup capital, or you don't need to run ads, or you don't need to build a product or any of this garbage. And it's in massive demand because more and more, I'm sure you're seeing it too, more and more people are starting to create content on social media and selling different coaching programs or online courses. And just think of it this way. Over the next 5 years, do you think people are going to watch more content on social media or less content in the next 5 years? I think that answer is pretty obvious. And I hit the mic. But it goes to show what's going to be happening in terms of people starting online businesses. And as people start more online businesses, it means more people are going to need appointment setters and closers and people that are really, really good at sales to help them sell their products. Now, enough yapping. Here's how it actually works. As an appointment setter, your job is to become a part of an existing online business that's selling a high ticket service. Either a coaching program, a mentorship, or some sort of like marketing service is very, very common here. What you're going to do as an appointment setter, as a beginner, is you're going to go in and you're going to help them convert attention into sales appointments by responding to people who are already interested in their product, landing on their Instagram DMs or on other social media DMs, and convincing or persuading them to book a call. So this doesn't even have to be Instagram. This happens all over the place. But basically, you have businesses that are creating content. These people are getting people requesting information about their service, about their coaching program, about their course, whatever, all the time. You think they're in their DMs 24/7 responding to all those people? Fuck no. So they hire appointment setters, and this is what you take care of, to go inside of their DM inbox to create conversations with people that go in and book sales calls. If the person shows up to the sales call and buys the product, you make money. You get a commission. For each deal closed that you've previously booked, you'll be receiving about a 10% commission on a high ticket product, anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000. So imagine you go into an influencer's inbox, you act as them, you send messages out to the people that are interested in working with them. Then you book in the people that are serious, that are a good fit, that have money, that want to solve their problem. And if they get on the call and buy a $5,000 item, you'd get anywhere from 5 to 10% of that, meaning you would get $250 to $500 in just that one commission. Now imagine being able to do that and rinsing and repeating that process once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. You can see what level this can actually get to. And what I like most about this business model is not only that you're able to make money as you keep getting better, giving you the capability to leave your 9-to-5 job or college, because it actually has like a growth path, like as you keep getting better. And this is why I dropped out of college, because I was making $5K per month, which is still better than like what most graduates make, but it still isn't anything like too crazy. I was making $5K per month though, and I'm like, I can keep growing. If I drop out of college, I'm gonna have the full day to work on this stuff. I can keep advancing myself really, really quickly. And that's exactly what happened. But also, and this is also part of the reason I dropped out of college, is because you get the opportunity to work behind the scenes for an already successful or semi-successful online business. You can see how they operate. You can see what systems they build. You can see how basically they're making $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, $500,000 per month. And just being inside of that and seeing that gives you the capability and the knowledge and the experience to maybe eventually run one of those yourself. Okay. Now, with that being said, now that you've picked the right business model and are completely aware of the opportunity in front of us, how do we actually capitalize on this? Well, first, I need to get you into the right headset. Nobody else in the online space will do this, but I'm going to do this because I'm not like anybody else. At least I hope you think that way. But basically, we need to set realistic expectations around this business model. The reason 97% of business owners, or as 97% of beginners, I was like looking at the typo, my bad, don't find success at making money online that they initially thought was possible when they saw the content on social media or whatever, it's because they have unrealistic goals or expectations, and it's not even your fault. As a complete beginner looking to make your first money online, you're probably watching these highly over-edited dopamine style videos that provide zero value to you, only to try to hype you up. Like, look at this fucking dickhead right here. Make $100 a day the lazy way, and he's like sitting back in his chair acting like making $100 a day is lazy. If it was lazy, then all 1.7 million of these people would be doing it, and then nobody would find success with it. It doesn't actually work. Like, it actually pisses me off so much when I see these dumbass like thumbnails and titles, because in 2020, when I was first looking into making money online, I saw stuff like this and I was like, this is so fucking trash. And I was like, surely over the next 1 to 2 years, like people are going to catch on and the market's going to become aware and people are going to stop watching this garbage. It still happens to this day. But like once you fall into this trap of watching videos like this, you develop a completely false sense of what's actually possible. Because like all these guys are basically clickbaiting you into thinking you can make all this money and do no work. And then you think you can do that. And then when you try their thing that they talk about and realize that it's going to take a lot more work or that you can't make the money they claim you can make, then you're let down. This is just like how expectations create a large amount of dopamine or a low amount of dopamine. But that's like a whole different thing. You get excited, you set overly ambitious and unrealistic goals, and you expect quick results. And when you inevitably hit a roadblock, frustration sets in, you give up within a few weeks, and then you jump to the next one, and the cycle repeats itself. Here's the reality though about making money online that you need to understand, and then we'll set some realistic expectations. This is what most of you guys think success is going to look like right here. You think it's a linear path. You think month 1, you're going to make $1,000 a month. Month 2, you're going to make $2,000. Month 3, you're going to make $3,000. Month 4, you're going to make $4,000, or whatever you think that it's actually going to look like to make money online. This is not the truth though. Like, don't think this way. You're just going to be like everyone else. This is how it actually works. When you get started with making money online, there's usually a period of growth and of change that you need to go through before you actually find your breakthrough. Sometimes it's like a month. Sometimes it's even if sometimes it's just a couple days. Sometimes it's like a year. I know for me, like, it wasn't a year. It was definitely a couple months though. While I was sitting inside of my college dorm, I was working as a lifeguard. I was taking all these dumbass classes that I didn't care about. There were periods of time where it wasn't really working that well for me, but I kept with it. I kept getting better every single day, and I hit my stride. But the problem is most guys expect success to be linear. And so when they go through this process right here, this is what I call the valley of despair. They get to like this point right here. They push themselves a little bit far, but not far enough. And then they give up here. And then they go jump to the next business model, not really realizing that every single business model is like this. And then they go through this process again. And the problem is their progress gets reset every single business model they try. So if you're actually going to like take this appointment setting and high ticket sales stuff seriously, you have to understand that this is what it's probably going to look like in the beginning. I don't know if it's going to be a month or two, or if it's going to be a couple days or a couple weeks. But you have to understand that it's going to be slow in the beginning. You're going to have to build skill sets. You're developing new patterns of thinking, you're growing. And so it's not just going to happen overnight. But when you hit your stride, you will hit your stride. Like my student Callum was going through this process of just like constantly getting better at sales, practicing, role playing. We did a ton of practice together, and he hadn't hit his breakthrough yet. And I could tell he was like starting to get pissed off, but he hit his breakthrough and he shot up to making 10K per month as an appointment setter super, super quickly after going through this. Okay. Instead of becoming obsessed with the desired outcome of making 3K, 5K, 10K per month, instead what you need to focus on is doing the daily actions like Callum was doing, where he's practicing every single day, that you need to take every single day to achieve the goal within a reasonable timeline. So if you want to make 10K per month in the next 12 months, that's definitely reasonable. Even the next like 8 months is reasonable, but you have to be able to understand the shit you need to do every single day to get to that point. The problem is, there's a good chance you're going to have to do stuff without getting paid. And most guys aren't used to that because they come from just like the wagey mindset where it's like, I'm going to work and I'm going to make money. Like, this online stuff is a little bit different because in the beginning, you're going to have to work and you're not going to make money. But eventually, you'll get to the point where you barely have to work and make a ton of money if you have the long-term vision and if you have the commitment to stick to it. So, action item for you watching this video right now: take out a notebook, take out a Google Doc or whatever for you. Set a reasonable timeline for your goal. If your goal is making 5K per month, aim for like 4 to 5 months. It's pretty reasonable. If your goal is 10K per month, aim for like 8 to 12 months. Identify then, and you can ask yourself this, think like, what would make it impossible for you to not reach that goal? Another typo here, my bad. But think of the shit, if like, ask yourself, if I was doing this stuff every single day, it would make it impossible to not hit 10K per month in the next year. Figure out what that is for you and do that shit every single day. For example, if you want to land a position, if you want to make money as an appointment setter, you want to land your first role, it would be impossible for you to do so if you never sent any like messages to business owners. So now one of your daily inputs could be, I'm going to reach out to 20 to 50 business owners every single day for the next 2 months, and it'll literally be impossible that I don't start making money online. Your daily inputs should be trackable, and you should have data and numbers behind it so that you can actually track your progress and see if you're getting better on a day-to-day basis. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to link under this like video and in the description, I have an hour and 21 minute roadmap that literally walks you through exactly what you need to do to get started and start making money. But my goal with this video is really just like to change your beliefs around making money and what it actually looks like, because I know for me, if I saw a video like this when I was first getting started, it would have changed everything for me. But I was stuck watching these like, bro, these, it's so stupid. Like these videos are just so bad and so dumb. But like, yeah. And another thing that's going to help you out quite a bit is understanding the rule of three. I talked about this in the intro a little bit, but basically the rule of three is a formula that you can use to get whatever you want in this life. And basically what the rule of three states is that we have three currencies in life. We have money, skills, and time. And if you're looking to get more of one of them, you have to trade the other two. So if you're looking to get more money, you have to trade your skills and your time. If you're looking to get more time, you have to trade your money and your skills. If you're looking to get more skills, you have to trade your time and your money. Now, chances are your goal is wanting to make more money. I'm not stupid. I understand where you're coming from. Then you have to trade your skills and your time in order to do that. So the problem is, though, you might not have skills right now. So you might actually have to take one step back from focusing on making money. You might need to actually focus on developing skills. At least this is what a lot of my guys that I work with experience. So focus on acquiring skills. The way that you do this is by trading money, investing in courses, coaching programs, spending time, watching YouTube videos, buying books, etc. to build your skill. Then when your skill has increased to a certain point, then you can start using that skill and putting in time, actually doing the work to making a ton of money. You can literally just use this formula to rinse and repeat this process to get to where you want to be at the end of the day. Now, with that being said, I do want to let you guys know that I run a one-on-one coaching program that I help all young men go through this exact same process as well. It's actually perfect if you're a student or working some like 9-to-5 job and you got a little bit of spare time on the side. This is going to be perfect for you. And inside of this program, I actually have connections to business owners that come to me asking for appointment setters. In fact, I'll literally just give you like exclusive access. Let me show you some shit. So you can see my screen. Inside of the program here, you can see all the guys here on the right. I'm not going to hide anything from you. But literally just in the past 24 hours, Ben is one of my boys. He posted an appointment setting position. This is actually less than the past 24 hours. Appointment setting position here, 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 appointment setting position here. So it's like I provide all of my guys, this is 6 in the past 24 hours. I provide my guys with appointment setting opportunities for businesses that I'm connected with. So it's pretty much a copy and paste system at this point. You come in, I teach you like the skills of appointment setting to get you to the point where you're actually ready to start making money for like a week. Then after that, you leverage some of these positions for me. You get placed inside of a business and then you're on track to start making money. Now, some of these positions are different. Like this one's like a 4 to 5K per month position. This one was like, 4.8K per month on track earning, as you can see here. This one here, I'm not going to open it up because I have to like download the PDF, but it's like a 2.5K per month. This is like a setting management company. So there's like a ton in there, some low, some high. This one, OTE 2 to 4K per month with extreme room to grow. This one, didn't really say much about it. But basically, like you learn the skill, you get plugged into this network, you get access to these positions, and you can start making money. And this is what Igor used to hit $5,000 in a month from Serbia, working part-time on this stuff, which is insane. This is what Jared did to hit a 2K profit day working with one of his clients. This is what Callum did to hit 5K in a single week working with his clients, on track for 20K in a month. Insane stuff. And this is the process that they're using. Now, again, it's going to take time. It's going to take work. You're going to have to show up and actually put in the work to make money. So if you're not ready for that, then fair enough, I understand. But even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, like I was working as a lifeguard, I was full-time in college, I still managed to set aside time. And so I would challenge you in saying that you probably do have the time to do something like this. Even if you're super busy right now, you just got to find it. Like we make time for what's important to us. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. Hopefully you guys got some value. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or send it in the comments. Either one's cool. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, you want me to help you go through this full process, you can book a call using the link in the description. I'll jump on the call. I'll see if I can help you out and we can take it from there. You guys take care and have a good one. Peace.